WF representing Palace, so let's tell you about Palace. Rolling straight to the ceiling, crowns and crystals, top like journeys, dishing out malice. Hold up, South London's grandest, far from bandits. Anything earned for a goal of elevation, just passing the team over here might finish out. Bright future we can't vanish. SE25 any day, that's sellers. Rev up the engines, no more reverse reactions. Fan cams, bands on stream. Share up the team, support the dream team when Eagles fly, make noise and scheme. Dare to dream or dream to dare, taking a step to become supreme.
Yes, guys, welcome back. This is the final hour, and this is the deadline day live stream for the last episode of this summer transfer window of Transfer Weekly. Guys, it's actually a deadline day stream where we might actually be doing stuff. And I'm not sitting there going, oh, the window's all right, you know. We're cooking right now. But I'm joined here with two people. We've got one, which is listening to the Twitter space right now, and another one, which is our roaming reporter from the living room from Sky Sports. So, Rich, how's it going? Are you excited?
It's definitely better than last year. Because obviously, oddly enough, there's obviously potential links. There could be last minute deals. We don't know. There's even just a rumor about regular on loans just popped up, but we've already got a 2 loan allocated thing, so that's not going to happen. And obviously, we haven't actually signed Nketiah yet, as in like it's not been announced. Then let's just say I'm sure it's done, but everyone's just like, "Hello, can you hurry up, please?"
I would just say that Edward wouldn't even be having his medical. Bro, who's got a mad? Hey, Chairman, turn off your notifications.
Hey, Chairman,
down, isn't it? What's going on?
You are famous.
you know what's happening there? He's got them dodgy emails. Singles near you, just ping, 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 ping. It's crazy. But yeah, has anyone having a meltdown on this Twitter space as of yet?
Nah, it all seems legit at the minute.
Yeah, I just think that Edward wouldn't even be having his medical at Leicester if there was any sort of doubt that Nketiah wasn't going to go through.
Yeah, facts. That's a good point.
Chairman, how's it going?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm just, sitting here watching, but I'm preparing for the meltdown tomorrow morning. The whole country's meltdown at 9 o'clock, isn't it? When the big rush of the Oasis tickets go on sale. But apart from that, I'm looking forward to seeing quite a few players for a change.
Yeah, facts. Well, put in the comments if you guys are trying to get these Oasis tickets, because it seems to be that everyone in the bloody world wants them. And the price is not very nice, let's say. So, next...
They will be sold out within 5-10 minutes max.
They've got the pre-sale going on at the moment, haven't they?
Yeah, I saw someone put up a picture earlier saying that they're 980 something in the queue.
That's to be fair. 980 is nothing.
Yeah.
I've been on there before 60,000 before.
But then you also run the risk of, I think there'll be a lot of people that will buy tickets not with the intention of actually going.
Well, have you seen that people have bought them and they're selling them for $3,000 now, aren't they? Straight away. It is what it is, isn't it?
This is it.
Well, let's get back to football.
Hey.
You brought it up.
No, I didn't. He did. He brought it up.
I'll let you off then.
Well, let's go into some comments. So, big up the dog. What's up? He says, make sure you guys subscribe. It's free. It is free. And big up everyone for watching. 21 people in here already. We're 4 minutes deep. Pause. Big up Seki. Doing God's work. No links to left wing backs. There is one to Kostic. Because Gosens went elsewhere, I believe.
He's gone
7.5.
Has Kone finalised his move to Southampton?
Not yet, but he was on a plane going somewhere, so he ain't coming Palace from West Ham unless he's like Taylor Swift, where he'll just fly across London because crazy. But out of pure curiosity, I thought, what's Genk doing? Genk are playing football. Archie Brown is not in the starting 11. He's not on the bench, and he has no injuries. Why is he not playing? I doubt that we could keep something like that quiet, but there is a left wing back that possibility could be coming to us. But he also has links to Fenerbahce, so doubt it. Seki also saying Nketiah is too quiet at the moment. I think, as we said before, Edouard wouldn't be having his medical at Leicester unless Nketiah was 100% certain it's going to happen. Also, how mad is it that Leicester are going to get Edouard and Ayew from to basically have our bench as their starting lineup?
Yeah.
I guess the one thing is Ayew can play against us, Edward can't.
I really
That's
don't look
right,
forward
he's
to
on
playing
loan, yeah.
against Ayew. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Big up Tim. Good window so far. Felt good today. Unusual feeling, to be honest. The dog's trying to get the tickets, and Tex are siphoning players to Everton already. This is what he wanted to do with us, by the way. He's just giving away all Leon's dead wood right now because we thought, maybe a Turkey.
Have you seen the meltdown about this, by the way?
He's giving away all their dead wood, bruv, right now.
And people are like, oh my gosh, Tex is this, Tex is that. Well, he's got no say out of club. Like, we can't complain if he's helping another club out. He wants
to be brutally honest, Zaha couldn't come back to us if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Or if we wanted him, because of tax implications, isn't it? So he's always going to... the last...
I don't care what anyone says. Texter's move for Zaha is saying to Parish, I can do whatever I want, mate.
He's giving him one of these, and he's saying, read between the lines, big man. Yeah. Read between the lines. That's what he's saying. But I think it's a perfect place to start off with the outgoings. So, granted, Edouard is still a possibility on the move, and there are other players which could potentially move on as well. So, here is a extremely quick rundown of who has left, for what price, whether it's a loan, contract got terminated, contract got ran out. So we will try and address all of these. So that is pretty much all of the players that have left Crystal Palace or could still leave Crystal Palace. So I think the best ones to start off with are the two ones that are still uncertain. So Odsonne Edouard is currently having his medical at Leicester City. He hasn't actually been pictured there, but there's a lot of reports saying that he is there. Rich, is this a good move for Edouard? Is this a good move for us? Or does it all purely depend on the price or what the actual agreement is?
Yeah, I think it's more so the agreement. Look, I don't think, especially with the impending arrival of Nketiah, Eddie's gone down to like number 3. Now, the question is now, if obviously I tackle the whole aspect of the possible price, do we go 2 up top now? Or do we still only have 1 striker? Does Eddie play one of the 10 positions? Like, we don't know yet. We absolutely don't know yet. However, Eddie going... I'm not mad at it. The only thing that I'm a bit like is because we don't know yet if there's like an obligation to buy, an option to buy. We just know it's a loan as it stands. And that's a bit like, so then he could come back to us anyway. And I think he's got 1 year left as his contract after that, which ain't great. So, hopefully it's a loan with an obligation to buy.
So with Edouard, what's happening is he has to sign a new deal first before he goes. So I'm assuming that he's already signed that new deal, but he's going on loan anyway. So remember what we had to do with Michy Batshuayi when we got him for the first time. He had to sign a new contract at Chelsea before coming to us on loan. So I feel like we're doing the exact same thing, but to Leicester right now.
Then I'm not mad.
Yeah. Because then even if they don't want to buy him, he still has another year in his contract and we can still sell him. Whether it be for profit or not, doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Next up is Nauru Ahamada. apparently he's got a loan to Stade Rennais. How the hell has he managed to pull that one off? Chairman, do you think it'll be a good loaner for him? Do you think he'll get game time, or do you think it's a bit of a...
I think he does need game time. And you know, I mean, I've said this quite a few times at night, that I've seen him play quite a lot and hasn't really impressed me. And I think maybe he just needs to get some minutes under his belt. And if he goes to Stade Rennais and gets to play 20 games for 90 minutes, it's only going to do him good. And then in the day, if he does do well, it puts the price up for us as well, doesn't it? So if we do sell him, we'll get more money for it. So,
well, we need to remember he's still very young.
He is, yeah, definitely, yeah.
He's someone that I think that can definitely develop into more of that 10 position rather than an 8, which we bought him as, because he seems to be so much better running with the ball than doing anything else with the ball, if I'm really honest, from what I've seen.
I think maybe the Premiership is a bit much for him, you know, physically. And we saw him last season, wasn't it, at Wolves, wasn't it, when Will Hughes got injured really early. He got about 75 minutes and pretty much gave the ball away outside the box continuously, got sent off and nearly gave away a penalty, didn't he? And that was his contribution to the game. So, yeah, he's a young kid and he needs to improve. But the only way he's going to improve is game time. And unfortunately, he ain't going to get in it in front of Decore or Walton or Eze or people like that, is he?
No.
So he needs to play. He definitely needs to play.
Mm-hmm. Next up, we have got probably the most well-known one of the lot, Michael Elise. Obviously, he's worth so much more than the 50 million we actually sold him for. But if you look at it in hindsight, we were going to lose him for only 35. So he actually did us a solid signing that deal so he can get an extra 15 million out of it. Is this maybe a blunder on our side, or do you think that he wasn't signing that contract whatsoever if the release clause was any higher? Rich, what do you think?
Yeah, we can't complain about what we got for him this season because, yeah, like we would have lost him for peanuts and we would have lost him to Chelsea. You know, so at least he's gone abroad. He's gone by Munich. I think I would have felt physically sick seeing him cutting in and probably whipping one top bins against us, you know, in the Prem. So yeah, all in all, I'm not mad. I just wish him all the best, honestly. You know, and I see that they've got Villa at some point as well in this new Champions League format. You know,
yeah, we will be there.
They have to be a light watch along.
Yeah, it's going to be a Villa hate along, but an Elise watch along.
Yeah.
However, if you don't start, the watch along's getting cancelled. That's all I'm saying.
No, but on that note, also massive congratulations for him at least getting his call up, which he deserved like 2-3 years ago.
He should have got that call up last season and even the season before. But Deschamps is a pagan.
He is a big pagan. And all of a sudden, he's up by a minute. Let me promote him to. No, if you're taking him to the Euros, I think France would have gone very far. But it is what it is. I'm happy he's got his call up. His well deserved.
100%.
Can I make a point on that? Sorry, yeah. I think, I mean, first of all, I mean, yeah, absolutely right. But first of all, I want to say, I think, Jordan, you said this bang on when we first bought him, and you said, didn't you, that he has no loyalty to us at all, does he? You know,
we all saw the messages that he had when he was at Reading. I'm going Prem soon. Don't worry, babes.
Yeah. Going to Palace was a job, and it was a stepping stone. And obviously, you know, Rich is absolutely right. We could have lost him last year for less than 30 million. I mean, all right, we've lost him for probably £45 million now, maybe 50, but it's far too cheap. But that's the problem of having an activation clause, isn't it? So when you get it, somebody activates it, then there's not a lot you can do about it. And I think the best thing he's done, he went abroad. We ain't going to see him again. Well, unless Palace get into Europe sometime soon, which I can't see. But no, you know, I wish him all the best. Great picture of him, wasn't it, in the lederhosen, wasn't it? And just staring at the
He's looking at the pint of beer thinking, oh my gosh.
Exactly. It looks like a 2-pinter as well, doesn't it?
I think, you know what I think that face was? I think someone offered him to have a sip and he probably looked at it like, big man, he done.
Exactly.
Yeah. Either I don't drink or it's not spirit.
But even on the back of what you said about like And obviously, I wouldn't say that he didn't care about us. Like, football's a job for him. But him just sending that goodbye message just
Because he didn't do
rose
that
it
for
up here.
Reading. I'll say that.
Like, didn't do it for Reading. Wilf didn't do that for us, by the way.
No.
Well, Wilf did it for us, but to me, it felt like he was forced to do it by his PR because
That
it came
message
like
from-
2 weeks after.
Yeah.
But
That message
Michael's
from Michael,
was same day.
we were like, thank you. You know.
I mean, he did explain, didn't he, when we played Man United at home last year. And I remember when he scored, I think it was a fourth goal, was he? Run over and gave, but that was nothing to do with Palace, was it? All that was that they were talking about when Glasson said to me, when you're cutting on your left, you always go for back post.
Yeah, try the
Why
near
didn't he
post.
just try the near post so it happened? It would have surprised him, which is basically what he did. And that's basically why he went over and hugged him. We all thought at the time, we thought, bloody hell, he loves it. He loved playing under him, but it really wasn't like that. But no, I wish him all the best, definitely. And I hope he has and I'm sure he would have a long and sparkling career as long as he stays injury free.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to be fair, we have to remember that this is the model that we're trying to apply now. We're trying to do this, buy them low, build them up, give them a platform to express themselves, and then they can rise up and do like what they're destined to do, really. Like a little bit of me wishes we kind of did it with Wilf, just to see that where he would have gone. I still stand by, I think, what every Palace fan says. If Ferguson had a year or 2 years with him, we'd be talking about him with like the likes of Neymar and stuff like that, etc. But with Elise, I do think that he's destined for bigger things. It was a job, but I do think that last season, at the end of that season, because of how well we were playing, and he was actually started celebrating when he scored at the end of last season as well. So I think that I feel like Ebbs really brought out the best in him, like made him come out of his shell a lot more, because he was talking a lot more. Him and Ebbs were hanging out, doing everything together. Probably he'll go back into his shell a little bit because he's going to a new team. But, as Kenny says here, that's a disgusting forward line. And then you put Harry Kane in front of that.
No, but you know what's even crazier? Musiala could go in the 10 and they could play Tell on the left-hand side as well. And he's cold.
The only thing I want to say about Bayern, though, is that Bayern's right-hand side could have been Palace's. At least saying Bowie. But we fumbled with 20 M's. Oh, what a mistake that was. But
so I just wanted to say this because this is not related. Yeah. But Jadon Sancho
25 M's
has gone to Chelsea on loan.
Yeah, and a 25 million obligation to buy at the end of the season.
That is,
which is peanuts.
Mad.
They bought it for what, 85?
Something stupid like that.
Haven't seen nothing on Sky yet. I must admit.
That front line is crazy. Yeah, TNT Sports have done one with an image of Sancho in it.
And then Tony's gone to Saudi as well.
So the question is, and where's Sterling gone then?
Arsenal.
Because that was the idea, wasn't it? That Sancho goes to Man United, goes to Chelsea, and then Sterling will go to Arsenal.
I think
Sterling's
going. Yeah. I think Sterling's going to Arsenal on loan.
Yeah, on
loan. Next up, probably one that's probably not controversial at all is Scott Banks leaving for St. Pauli. Unfortunate for him because of the injuries, but getting any money for him whatsoever is a plus. I think we bought him for like 100k, sold him for 400k with 4x money. A shame because I thought he was probably one of the best youth players that we've had in a very long time. But it's just the injuries, man. If he didn't get injured so much, he'd probably be knocking on the door of first team right now. But those injuries just ruined his career, unfortunately.
Well, we've seen him play a couple of times, haven't we? And he's always shone, in the academy teams. When we watch, go down to Palace and watch them play.
I've always rated him higher than Ratsaki whenever I've watched him.
Absolutely right, bang on there. When we've seen him play, he's been a far better player, isn't he?
Clear. Next up is Malcolm. He's not having the best time at Oxford.
He's been on the bench most time, hasn't he?
He's been on the bench, and then when he got his start in the cup, he dropped a 5.5 on SofaScore.
Oh, Jesus.
So, you know, I hope he fixes up. I'll say that. Because they have one of the most talented players in that. Well, he was one of the most talented players when he was at Derby, but has the Prem moved to Palace and the potential signing to who nearly signed to? He nearly signed for Man United, didn't he? Do you think that maybe got to his head a little bit? Who knows? But he's still a young player. Hope he can, pull through.
the dog's on to you already.
I told you, 1 star, and it's not even in the league. It's in the cup. And then let's talk about our other right winger. Seki is saying Ahamada's officially gone. Yep, that I can confirm. Ahamada is officially a player for Stade Rennais on a season-long loan.
I've got to say, you two are quicker than Sky.
Well,
I tell you what, there's going to be a massive meltdown if this Nketiah thing doesn't happen.
Don't worry, we've still got 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I think Nketiah will be 10 minutes before the window closes, or it'll be in
First thing in the morning.
First thing in the morning. Nah, that's a violation.
It's happened before, isn't it? We went to bed one day with nobody, woke up and we signed back July, didn't we?
Yeah.
So it's done. It's been happening before.
Well, is what it is. But yeah, next up is Ratsaki. Probably in the same sort of boat, but I feel like Ratsaki will pull through. They gave him the number 11 shirt. He did really well in their cup game, and let's just hope that Chris Wilder gives him a lot more game time after what he said about the youth players. Sounded very Roy Hodgson-esque. I don't know if you guys saw that interview, but basically he did a little Roy Hodgson moment where he said, we don't want our young players to learn lessons by making mistakes. We want results. I was thinking, brother, he's going to be your best player. Just let him make the mistakes and he'll learn from it. And also, we've got a bloody promotion clause in there. So you really think the Pats would be so confident about that kind of money? Anyway, quick refresh.
I'm just glad he's got the loan because he's been mismanaged so bad over the last year and a half.
We'll do these two both together. Nathan Ferguson and James Tompkins, both of their contracts haven't been renewed. Tompkins because he's old, Ferguson because he's built like a quaver.
I mean, to be fair, you've got to say Paddy stood by Ferguson for a very long time, didn't they? Really did.
It was like literally a great gesture giving that new contract.
The thing is that West Brom manager ruined his whole career by playing him in those few games when he was injured.
Yeah.
So, really and truly, Palace tried their best, but that's a lifetime injury now. It's just like if you've got state of the art Premier League level like physicians and whatever to try and get your knee back to where it should be, and you've had 5 years at the club and you've only made 1 appearance in the first team, and I didn't even see it because I left because it was 4-0 down at Spurs.
That's right. Yeah. We went over.
I didn't even see it. I was at the game. I didn't see it. I left. It was 4-0. It was 4-0 down in 20 minutes. I was like, nah, bun this. And we left at like 75 minutes.
Yeah, the long walk back.
So yeah, I didn't even see his 1 appearance for the club. So unfortunately, it just didn't work out. Chairman, I will let you take the reins on this one. Sam Johnstone moved earlier today to Wolverhampton for £10 million.
Well, we discussed this, didn't we? And I think our biggest problem was you can't have 2 number 1 keepers because mine's going to happen. We said we compared this to Arsenal as well with Raya and Ramsdale. You can't have 2 number 1's going to get so upset about it. And the problem with Palace is that they both could get in the England team, couldn't they? And they knew that the one that was number 2 is going to fall footy give up his England career. So I mean, £10 million for a bloke we got for nothing. I think it was a really good goalkeeper anyway. John never let us down, did he?
Yeah, I still fully believe that if you merged the skills of Henderson and Johnstone, you've got a seriously good goalkeeper there. If you had
Absolutely, yeah.
John Stone's kicking ability and Henderson's everything else, then you've got a really good goalkeeper there. But I have to say that the Norwich double save, I do not think that John Stone makes those saves. Please disagree with me in the comments, but I don't think that John Stone makes that double save. And
No.
if you're asking me personally, granted, playing out from the back is a big thing for us in our new playing style, but I'll always take someone that can keep the ball out of the net before someone that can play as a sweeper that can kick the ball. I'd rather Henderson kick the ball out and make some serious saves compared to someone that can kick a ball, but then potentially might not be able to save as well. I'm not saying John Stone can't use his hands very well. He's a very good goalkeeper, but I do think that Henderson's a bit more commanding in the box. I feel like he's a lot quicker off his line, and he just seems to be a bit more menacing in the box, really.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Yeah, I totally agree with you. And plus the fact that Johnson did have that really horrendous injury, didn't he? Playing for England where he broke his arm, didn't he? So,
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully he gets better, back to how he was, but you just never know when you get a bad injury. But I think it's a win-win, Palace, but I hope they get the covering before tonight, because Henderson is not one to play 38 games a season without getting injured, is he? And I really don't want to see Remy Matthews in goal anytime soon. So
I'm not even a big fan of Turner, but for a loan, I'm not mad at it.
nice, just covering it, just cover.
Rich, I'll let you take this one. A loan that we're all pretty excited for, and he's actually doing very well, is David Ozo to Derby. He is he is first in all teenagers in the championship for dribbles, for take-ons, for tackles. Already, he's going to have a stormer.
Yeah, I believe so. And like all the Derby fans, like you see the tweets they're having, like they love him already. You know, and it's that age-old saying, never fall in love with a lone player. You know, I mean, we're probably going to face, if this Challenger one goes through, I think he's going to come in and do really well. You know, but I'm glad for David, because the championship is the right sort of level for him to test himself.
It's good that it's his first loan as well.
Yeah, I thought when he did come on in the Prem last season, whenever he did, and under Vieira, he didn't shame himself. I think obviously the one game where it was a bit ropey was Bournemouth away last season, but Glasner played him at left centre back, I mean, if you had left Lerma at left centre back, I'm sure David would have done a decent job in midfield. So no, absolutely. I'm happy he's doing well, because him doing well is better for us. What I hope we don't go and do then is be stupid and say, he's had such a great season with you lot. We want this much for him. What do you mean? No, he needs to make sure he's involved in the squad next season for us.
100%. Quick comment here from Colin. Please wait 33 minutes. Anyway.
Just quickly, Maxwell Cornet's gone to Southampton on loan for the season. One we were linked with.
Yeah, we tried to.
Okay, so my thumbnail is now obsolete, but
I did message you before.
No, you told me to put Chalabar in there.
Yeah, well, thinking you'll replace him with Cornet.
No, I made this thumbnail like so early in the day. If I start changing it, people go like, "What is this different video?" Anyway, next up, Joe Whitworth to Exeter.
Oh my gosh, how many penalties does he want to save?
4 penalty saves already.
That's incredible, isn't it?
All I'm saying is that after Turner's loan, if it comes in, is he the second keeper? He has to be. Or is it Goodman?
Goodman saved 2 penalties against Ipswich, didn't he?
I think it'll be Whitworth. I think it'll be Whitworth.
Difficult.
Because I think Goodman has a error in him. I haven't seen that error yet with Whitworth. Not saying what will happen. But
the thing is, Whitworth, he's just a little bit. He's a bit like me, isn't he? Because the thing is me and Chairman have stood next to Whitworth and we had a conversation with him. He's not actually that much taller than us.
He really isn't.
And for a Prem goalkeeper, it's probably not the best, but he's still a more than decent number 2. Speroni's not the tallest goalkeeper in the world, but he was still very, very good. But I think that Goodman's probably got the higher ceiling, but Whitworth's still a class keeper.
Yeah.
Gonna go through this one very quickly. Jari Riedewald's contract ran out, free agent. Now he's at Antwerp. Hope it's all the best for him. Always a decent player for us, Never really got a chance, and when he did get a chance, he was played at left back. So, is what it is.
Or shoot at the corner flag. Remember the Stoke game?
He was bought by De Boer.
Well, I told no, don't shoot, and then he bloody scored. Next up is Jordan Ayew, chairman. Is it a good deal? Is it a mistake?
I think £5 million for a 32-year-old going up to 8 with obviously add-ons, I think is an excellent deal. But he's when we were leading and you want to hang on to the ball, you bring him on, isn't it? I know that £5 million is a lot of money, but in football terms, it really isn't, is it? I'm not sure. I've got to say, I think he was a good guy to have on the bench. He wouldn't have started. He might have started in cup matches, but it was a good bloke to have on the bench. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'm not sure if it's a good deal or bad. Money-wise, excellent deal. But he's a great squad player, isn't he? Not sure. I wouldn't say which way to go.
Mm-hmm. And the final one, Rich, is Joachim Andersen.
It sounds crazy, but now we've got Lacroix in for half the price Anderson was. And also, if we get Chalobah over the line, and we've had a blinder with our defenders, by the way. Granted, we're gonna miss Anderson. I think what he offers is brilliant. But our 5 main defenders could now potentially be Gay, Lacroix, Chalobah, Richards, Riyad.
How sick is that?
That's crazy, And at one stage, we were worried it was going to be Klein, Richards, Riyad.
Do you guys think that Palace are right to stand their ground with Anderson? I mean, Anderson's saying, "Oh well, I want to stay at Palace, but I want to stay if you give me 150 grand a week for 5 years until he's 33 years old." I think that was a ridiculous move, personally.
Yeah, so see you later then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Fulham offered 150 grand a week for 5 years.
Yeah, he's 33. Yeah.
Yeah, he's currently 28. He's got a 5-year contract at 150 grand a week. He's going to be 32, potentially sitting on the bench, grabbing 150 grand a week because they're trying to flog him, and he's saying, "No, I want my money."
Yeah.
So, I don't blame him. Secure the bag, innit? But if you really wanted to stay at Palace, you would have asked for just a year extension instead of a change in your contract. But it is what it is. So that is everyone that's left up until now. Potentially Edward's gone. Let me do a quick check. No one's gone yet. So, spoken about who's left. Let's talk about potential incomings.
Yes. Zaha's done. I've been coming in. Sorry.
Huh?
I didn't realize you were going to play a clip and a shout out Zaha's done. He's gone, Leon.
Okay. Good for you, mate. So, who has joined Palace in this transfer window? So, we'll start from the very beginning with chairman, with Chadi Riyad.
Obviously, before he bought, I didn't know much about him. I don't think anyone knew much about him. Good things, he's really good in the air. He jumps well and he gets up well. Bad things, literally has no right foot. And that's the problem when you're playing with a 3-man defence, because obviously when we play up from the back, you've got to be fluent enough to go left or right, haven't you? And if you're not, then you're going to get caught out, like pretty much he did in I think it was West Ham game, wasn't it? When they kept forward. In fact, actually, West Ham didn't even bother marking him in the end because he was so bad, wasn't he? But he will improve, obviously. But he's copped an injury
21.
against. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's copped a. Oh, well, we were seeing right in front of him, wasn't it? So he looked like he copped a quite a bad injury against Norwich. So, the problem with football is, it's like, isn't it? Where somebody can walk into his place, take it, and he won't never see it again. So, but no, he's okay. He's okay. I think he needs to improve, and he needs to have a couple of meat pies as well. Be a bit upper body strength, isn't it?
Do you think 12.5 million quid is a good deal to buy him from Barcelona?
Yeah, I think what's 12.5 million quid to do? Nothing in it. But we just sold Ayew for 8 million. He's 32 years old. So 12.5 million is, it's not saying nothing, but it's the going rate for a young player. And of course, he's got plenty of time on his side. He'll improve, won't he?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I think it's an okay buy, yeah.
One that we signed yesterday for a free transfer from Wolves, actually, is another goalkeeper, Louis Mouldine. Just another youth player, basically. 22 years old, going to go into that youth team setup. We have loaned out Whitworth and Goodman, so they don't really have a goalkeeper at the moment. So this is a half-decent move. Rich, we didn't think... I wouldn't even have thought in my wildest dreams that we could be buying or even getting for free a Europa League winner in Daichi Kamada.
Yeah, I mean, we were very close to not getting him, and it was a bit like, oh man, because I believe Lazio actually said, no, you know what, we'll do it, we'll give you a new contract, and that then fell through like at the final hour, so to obviously get that one done, really happy. Look, he had a great preseason. He's had a shaky start to his Premier League campaign, did very well in the cup. But to get him for the free transfer, and look, he understands Glasner, he understands what Glasner wants. Glasner just needs to play him in the right position, and I think he'll be fine. I think he will get used to the league. You saw against Norwich, he was making some clever movements. Granted, it's a championship side, but if we can find him in the spaces, in those half spaces, and what I did like is that he did run in behind quite a few times as well. Not as much as Sarr
as well.
Yeah, not as much as Sarr, but I think he's trying to just understand the game a bit more, and I think he'll come good. And yeah, him and Nunez are doing a lot better, and him and Mateta have a good relationship too. So yeah, free transfer, we can't complain.
Mm-hmm. Chairman, the man that Dougie's wanted for 5 years, and he's got him on a 5-year contract. Ismail Sarr, for 12.5 million quid.
Yeah, I mean the price is excellent again, isn't it? He's one of them players, isn't he, that you've got to sort of jolly him along a bit, give him the love in it, because when he feels good about himself, he's an excellent player, and but sometimes he does go missing. But hopefully, Glasner, like he has done with a lot of players, actually, he'll get the best out of him, won't he? But it's a very, very good signing. He's only making us stronger, and his track record, and most important thing is he's played the Premiership, he knows what it's about. So I think it's a very good signing, personally.
Yeah, I think it's important to know that in that Ben Foster interview, I don't know if you haven't watched it, I'd highly suggest going and watching that clip. But he did say that Ismail Sarr is extremely powerful, extremely fast, and if he's in a good mood, he's a world beater. And we all know that because of that Liverpool game that everyone just keeps remembering, because he tore them to shreds. And remember, he was up against Robertson then, so it's not even a bad fullback, but he just made him look so stupid in that game.
Absolutely.
He's a baller. I hope that we can get the best out of him in this formation that Glasner wants to play. Final incoming up until this moment in time is someone we signed 3 hours ago. Thanks, Lacroix. And I'll say this. I counted how many times I spoke about Lacroix in this Transfer Weekly series. in these 13 episodes plus today. I spoke to him in 7 out of those 13. So we've been talking about this guy for long. But he's official. He is a Palace player. And he's going to be incredible for us. I'm just going to say that now. £15 million. Exactly half the price that we sold Anderson for. Granted, we're losing Anderson's passing. But we're gaining a 24-year-old instead of a 28-year-old. We're gaining a 5-year contract. His wages actually aren't that bad. I think it's 70 to 80,000 pounds a week, which isn't that high for someone of his quality. He's still pretty decent at passing. It's not Anderson level passing, but he was officially the fastest player in the Bundesliga last year. And bear in mind, in that league, they had Alphonso Davies as well.
Mm.
So he's extremely strong, extremely powerful, and
He actually
extremely
mentioned
fast.
that in his interview. Goes, I'm fast.
Did you really? I didn't know that.
It is.
So would you say then, because you know more than I do, is he an upgrade on Anderson?
If you take passing out of it, 100%.
But he can pass as well, though.
He can
So
pass, but
he's
it's
not an Anderson level passer, but it's not like we're getting someone who's not a good passer with the ball.
I would make his. I would say his passing similar to Mark. So he can do that. He can do that crossfield, but it's not always perfect.
Yeah.
Whereas
But I would say, but all round passing, I say is better because he puts one that passes in between lines.
Yeah, he can do that, and someone else that we might potentially get on loan as well
Can do that very well too. Yeah,
do that.
We've got 19 minutes. We've got 19 minutes. Eddie, what happens after 11 p.m. if
so
we haven't
basically
announced Eddie?
If we have submitted a deal sheet,
It's
I believe it's called.
Was it 2 hours?
We get an extra hour.
9 and 11, yeah.
No, I think we get 1 hour. Is it 1 or 2 hours?
No, you can get it as long as you.
Hold on.
As long as
Palace
you get it in.
Oh,
yeah, it's done. It's done. It's done. Nketiah is done. Palace have just tweeted.
They've just tweeted a phone box.
A phone booth.
Really?
Yeah.
Literally, as Rich started stressing, as I was
refreshing, look, it's here, guys.
Wait, I want to hear. What do you say now? Your defense is in trouble. Nketiah's in the room.
Hey, I've been waiting to sing that song.
Well,
That's good
rounding
news,
out Lacroix, he is an upgrade all around, but we are losing passing ability ever so slightly. Rich,
go on, sorry.
Eddie Nketiah, what are you saying? 25 million plus
I'm
5.
actually happy. No word of a lie. I'm happy. I know if you look at the, for example, start the window, if you said Eddie Nketiah for I think he started off at 50, then he went to like 40, then he went to 35. And we were like, no. To get him for 25 plus 5, I'm not mad. We've got a very pacey striker who even can drop into deeper positions, his strength on the ball, hold up play, his ability to turn. But you know what? One thing I think we don't have in that forward move is someone with stupid, like fox in the box movement.
And his close control is incredible.
Yeah. So I am not mad. I am not mad at it.
Kind of both-footed, score from close range, score from long range. He is a willing runner. A very willing runner.
So
likes to run in behind.
I'm done.
I'm just sitting here refreshing my Twitter, waiting to see him in a shirt. That's what I'm doing right now.
It might happen. It's too early, isn't it? Now, question is what happens to Edouard now, isn't it?
I expect we'll see the loan.
Yeah.
The loan move will be done very soon.
So Sky just saying that obviously they've now said they've confirmed Zaha's gone to Lyon, and they've also confirmed that Chelsea pulled out of Osimhen, as he's now demanding £330,000 a week.
Woohoo!
So they've pulled out of it now. They've submitted an offer. That was half an hour ago. They've heard nothing from his camp, so they say the deal was dead now.
Tony's now gone to
Saudi,
who were the other team that wanted Osimhen. So does that mean that Napoli are stuck with
pictures on the website?
So that must mean that that must have been, and correct me if I'm wrong, Napoli now have Osimhen and Lukaku.
Well, the Saudi Arabian club, I've offered 67.5
And
million.
Ketia is number 9.
Yeah, I've just seen that.
Is this down in Lewisham? I think it is, isn't it? That apartment block. But that. Oh wait, let me get a quick. That is cold. That screenshot right there. We will be watching that interview. Is the interview out already? Probably is, right? Oh wow.
5-year contract as well.
That's why it took so long. Because Eddie's interview is 9 minutes. They did a documentary on him. They didn't do an interview. It's a documentary.
All right, come on. We just need Chalobah.
I'm excited.
I don't think we'll
now.
get anything else, but let's get Chalobah done, and then we just
Chalobah,
take it from there.
Turner.
Oh, and Turner.
That's what we need. 2.
And if we can get a low-key left wing back,
Kostic, please.
Well, we've got 13 minutes to sort these out.
All right.
I mean, I think with loans, there's not a deadline, is there?
There is, yeah.
Yeah.
There's still a deadline for loans.
Yeah, the guy on Sky who's outside Palace's training ground, has literally when he was talking, just been on. He's obviously confirmed the Nketiah signed on a 5-year contract. He said there's 2 more signings. He thinks one will obviously be the keeper, wasn't it?
Chalobah and Turner.
Yeah.
Both of them are loans,
and that'll be it. So I don't think the left back's going to come in it.
I'm sure you can still get free agents outside of the window.
You can, yeah.
And there is a certain Patrick Van Arnold.
He is his free
No,
agent.
I'm joking. He gets slaughtered on Twitter. But I think Brandon Williams is also a free agent. So, is oh no, he's the guy that was doing the drugs and then crashed his car, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't want that. Tim here says, how disappointed would you be if Ume ends up being our wing-back cover? I don't think I'll be disappointed.
No,
I think it'll be good to try and implement him.
I wouldn't be mad.
Right, I don't think he's not Premier League quality. I think we can all agree on that. But how are you ever going to be Premier League quality unless you get Premier League experience?
And it's given a youth a chance. So I honestly, no whatever, I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah, and to be fair, and we do say this a lot, don't think about pre-season as the Premier League, but he didn't do too bad when he played against West Ham or Wolves pre-season at left wing back. So it's really not the end of the world.
No.
12 minutes to go until the window is officially shut unless you have submitted a deal sheet. Let's go through some comments. Original Pirate Material reference. I love it. This is brilliant. Northampton Eagle says the video's up now. Did they announce it to cover up Zaha going to Lyon, which drops at the same time?
Good point.
Decent shout. Wait, is Zaha actually confirmed?
Yeah, he's at Lyon. He's number 12.
Yeah, they said on Sky as well, confirmed.
Number 12?
Yeah, look.
Yeah. Bro left Palace and just got passed around. Excited about Nketiah. I think he's a considerable upgrade on Edward. Hope him and Ebbs. I also love that Ebbs convinced him. Yeah, this is a point as well.
That's massive.
Him and Ebbs being boys.
That's massive because obviously he's lost Michael, and that was sad. So he's yo man, them like.
And also, I don't know how true it was, but there was a moment in time where there was a potential for a Reece Nelson who would have been part of the Mandem as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping Nketiah's just done a light last minute.
He's gone to Ipswich now anyway.
Has that been definitely confirmed?
Looks like it. It keeps coming up on Sky on the breaking news side. Yeah.
All right, fairs.
As on loan.
Because that's a loan, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
How much would have Matt Turner have been?
I'm not sure. It's a loan fee, isn't it?
It's a loan.
Couldn't we have just said, let's just buy him for like 3 million and then go and get Reece Nelson?
I think it's because the transactions take a while. So actually doing it money-wise, it takes a long time. Whereas if you just talk about wages, it's just a percentage and you sign it and that's it, you're good to go.
Yeah.
So
Pretty
the
much,
actual
yeah.
like buying someone on deadline day, it doesn't really happen unless the deal's already in progress. But you can do a loan in a day or less half a day. Nixon said he signed. What was that? What was the speed? Can I add one from the early in the transfer window? Re-signing Dougie, keeping him away from Newcastle was an absolute poop.
What team? Calma.
Yeah. The only thing that sort of comes to my mind when we talk about that is, remember that video of the guys naming all the London teams, like, yes, the West Ham, it's the Arsenal, it's the Chelsea. Do you know Tottenham? Top Spur? What's a top Spur? what's a Newcastle? Yeah, Leon confirmed. The dog says, "Do you think we'll finish above Brighton?" Let's be honest, I don't think so. They've spent nearly £300 million, and Chelsea funded it all. By the way, big up Brush as always. Talksport headline: Trevor Chalobah signs for Crystal Palace. I hope this happens because I think Chalobah's a quality defender, and if
Rory
Mark
Jennings?
was to go. Oh,
Rory
no,
Jennings
Jennings.
He's just basically saying that if we sign Chalobah, then our defense is better than theirs.
I think it already is, even with Richards. I'll just say that. Because that Badia Shile, yeah, have you seen the clips of this guy?
He stinks.
He's peak. And then Disassi as well, peak. They lost Thiago Silva and lost the plot. I don't think there's a loan fee for Turner. He's surplus for Forest. Wages should be low. Also, that gives Richards an American friend, right?
I don't care about that.
No, I know, but it's still like you want to keep the people happy in it.
Yeah,
so like you're not like he's probably
Richards
the best
is
you
cool.
can get.
You can still chat to Ozil, man.
Yeah, I know, but you could still.
Well, they can chat in their own language.
What Americanish? But overall, what are we saying? Is this a good transfer window for Crystal Palace? Bearing in mind, we lost Elise, we lost Anderson, we lost Ayew, and potentially we're losing Edouard as well. But bringing in... But it's alone. But in that awful situation, we've brought in Kamada, we've brought in Nketiah, we've brought in Sarr, we've replaced Anderson, potentially even upgraded for less money. What would we rate this transfer window out of 10? I'll start with Chairman.
Oh, cheers. Thanks for that.
No worries. You haven't spoken in a while.
To be fair, out of all that's gone, the only one I can make a case for all of them. The only sad one is obviously Elise. So Elise is a massive hole to fill. So I'm going to say it's a 7 out of 10 because I don't think we're going to replace Elise. But yeah, the incomings, one thing we have done is reduce the age of the team as well, which is obviously really good. But everyone has come in with good reputation. So hopefully it'll all make the team stronger and the squad stronger. So I'm going to say, 7 out of 10. And by the way, Raheem Sterling has just turned up at Arsenal's training ground.
That is close to the wire. 6
yeah.
minutes to go. They've definitely got a deal sheet in. They have to.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Slow Sports News has just absolutely trolled everyone, saying Ivan Toney should sign a 3-year deal at Peterborough.
I've seen that.
Actually, we should talk about Ivan Toney, actually.
Go on then.
No, I mean, this guy who reckoned he was so good and going to get such a big move has ended up going to Saudi Arabia. I think it's incredible. It's an incredible waste of talent going out there, personally.
Okay. Nizar Kinselas just said that the Chalobah deal would need the deal sheet. It would give Palace and Chelsea 2 extra hours to complete it. So it would have until 1 a.m.
Yeah, all I'm saying is I'm not staying up until 1 a.m.
No.
No way.
And if proper had Nketiah going back to the ends, it's broccoli, isn't it?
Oh wow.
So he's meeting up
yeah.
with like.
Yeah, I've seen this. You know what? That bomber jacket is cold. I want to buy it. I want to.
Nice,
It's not in the shop. It's not in the shop.
They
Why
need
is
to
it
get
not
it
in the shop?
released.
I'll buy that bomber
Wait,
jacket.
Reece Nelson's gone Fulham,
They've not said. They said they've gone to
Huh?
Ipswich Sky.
but I thought Ernest Numa's gone Fulham.
They've not said that on Sky. They've said he's gone to Ipswich.
Interesting.
I know that's nice though. Like they were just going around doing his like his little photos and this and that, and he's just seen his cousin. Like he's local. He's from the ends. Looking forward to it.
So yeah, as it stands, it's only going to be Chalobah. Yeah, so Alex Cook is reporting that Fulham are leading the race for Reece Nelson.
Okay.
Yeah, and Katie says it's an amazing sign for Crystal Palace. I'm excited to get going. Every time I come to South London, it always puts a smile on my face. It's good to be back. It feels like home.
Yeah, so it's going to all be down to deal sheets now regarding both Chalobah and Turner.
I think he's going to put a deal sheet in. You must be nearly there anyway now. He's just tying up loose ends now. So
Well, Julian here says Tony is yuck. How greedy.
How greedy.
You just had to take it there, all the way to Saudi Arabia. Yuck. How inconsiderate. Ivan Tony, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
the shame of it is, he's actually a really good player, isn't he? He's a really good player, but just I don't know. It's just
his ego is crazy,
and that's the problem, isn't it? That is the problem.
He thinks he's so sick. That's what the problem is. Building around Eze, just keep signing his mates. I mean, if his mates are still good footballers, you might as well. That's all I'm saying. I think Reece Nelson would have been good, but I do think that is...
When you see the Saha picture up close, he looks vexed.
I haven't seen it yet. That's you know what? Yeah, that's Will's version of "Are you smile?"
That's right. Yeah.
He don't look happy.
Why does Wilf look so much older in that picture though? He looks old, isn't it? Or is it just the like showing it on there? Like he looks like he's got wrinkles, bro. What is happening?
Well, he's what, 32?
Yeah, but
Thing is,
he's just funny.
He's just moved all his family to Turkey.
Oh yeah.
Just over a year, and then end up in France now.
Rihanna just said Wolf looks like he's doing the 1,000-yard stare. Great to see us having a positive deadline day for once. 100%. Window rating 7 out of 10 for strengthening the squad. 8 after Chalobah and Turner, and a 10 out of 10 on financials. Adding great footballers, getting a surplus in is bonkers. Also making profit.
5 seconds to go.
Also making profit and doing a madness. But let's do this.
Window closed.
Newcastle.
Let's get into this.
Where's Mark? Where's Mark? True.
Right.
Mark,
Sorry.
red and blue.
Sorry. Let me put my headphones away.
Apologies. Oh, we will be, guys. Lock in. This is where the stream really starts.
Right. I'm gonna look. You know me, guys. I'm very. I like to feel like I'm a laid back guy, very chilled, and so on and so forth. But this Mark Gahey transfer saga, has these Newcastle fans have ticked me right off, and I did my best. I did my utmost best to just keep quiet about it until I just had enough, and I tweeted yesterday. I tweeted yesterday. I'll read out the tweet. Give me a second.
Oh. I've got the reply here. I don't have your tweet, but I have the reply.
Don't wait. Give me a sec. But like I said, here it is. Right. For the hashtag new NUFC fans that don't get it, 65 million was the price, and 4 bids were below that. If met earlier, MG is yours. Anderson sold, and club wants to keep Mark. Price has gone up as the window closes tomorrow, because I tweeted this yesterday. Chelsea also have a selling percentage, and yes, we will lose MG for less unless he signs a new deal. So I tweeted out yesterday just to clarify, and you know what? Fair play to the Newcastle fans because they didn't react. Except one.
Big up, Chris Irving.
4 bids, Billy. I don't know what that means. That no, get your facts right. First bid, 55 million. Second bid, 60 million. Third bid,
Just
65.
saying that their first bid was 40 plus 5.
Yeah, I put that in my replies. And fourth bid, 70 million. Cool. Now listen, I don't mind having a back and forth with conversation. But here's where I got annoyed, people. No other bids have been made since the 4th, you idiot. Huh? Just remember that. Lock that one in, please. Man called me an idiot. Is he all right? So, there's more, by the way. By the way, Lacroix is one of our targets. Quite simple.
Thank you.
Your club accepts or buy. Whew.
Read my reply.
I'm getting there. Don't worry. Now, I messaged Amanda. I said, yo, I've replied to this guy, And I know the hand of this is there thinking, wait, Rich, you replied? Because like I told you, I'm normally very chilled. Normally very, very chilled. But Chasey, put up your comment again, please. Because it deserves coverage.
I just said that Gay's been class on loan so far this season because he's a Newcastle player, just
clearly
to everyone.
Clearly, he's a Newcastle player. Now, I didn't screenshot my replies, but I've got them here for you. Right, first reply. Hold on, where is it? Don't go anywhere. I need to find it. Right.
Also, Bobby Manzi's just tweeted himself saying, always wanted to tweet this, but don't go to bed. There's still 2 more coming.
Yes, the 2 we expect.
All
right. Give me a second. I'm going to screenshot. I'm going to add it. Give me a second.
I've heard 2 in, 1 out.
You know what? Can you share a screen for our Twitter?
Let me get there so we don't see a madness on my travels there. Because you know what Twitter's like. If I'm just trying to search for something, I'll find something else. All right.
Don't forget as well that Newcastle tried to buy Elanga from Forest, and they turned him down as well, didn't they? So they got nobody.
I bet you Newcastle fans are in a good headspace right now. Let's say a very, very, very calm. Very, very calm. Can we see my screen, people? Can we see it? Here we go. This is what Twitter looks like. I have to... Mine is this color because it hurts my eyes if I have it any other color. Anyway. Someone cooked here. Let's go. Here. So, Rich, let's go from the top.
So, as I said, I've tweeted this out because I was kind of getting a bit annoyed that there was so many Newcastle fans complaining. Parish and the club have made it very clear that it's £65 million as a baseline. If there's add-ons, great, but 65 million. A lot of them was complaining, no, we want 60, oh, no, blah, blah, blah. I was getting annoyed. Right? Big up, Ali. I mean, I think we should get this song going. I can't sing, so I'm not going to sing it, but great lyrics. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, if you scroll down, please, JC.
Oh.
And Mr. Chris Irving, where is he? There we go. Now click on that. Now, hopefully, if you scroll down, you should see all my other replies. Is there another one? Keep going. The one before that. Is there another one? Keep going on. If might be before it.
This one.
Keep going. There we go. Shame on you, fella. You forgot about the first bid of 40 plus 5 million. Now, who's the idiot? And what's this about, Lacroix? Please don't let me come back to this tweet and stuff. So, scroll back up, sorry. Oh, yeah. Big up everyone who obviously added their 2
You backed it.
I gave him receipts. To save you wasting your time searching, here are the receipts. Left image, 4th bid from a Newcastle reporter. It says it there, 4th bid. Right image is the bid that we received a couple of days ago, which must be the 5th bid. So who's the idiot now? You know, he says a 5th bid. Nope. Get your facts right.
Freakazoid is wild, by the way. Freakazoid is crazy.
How can you say 5th bid? Nope. Get your facts right. What's after 4? You absolute melt. You're very dumb. You are very dumb and stuff. And I'm sorry, there's a lot of Newcastle fans that need to hold it because pause just in case. Because I was just sick and tired of the sense of entitlement. First things first, all this, we're a bigger club than that. Listen, yes, you've had a bit of success. Granted, you were a championship side and you've come into a bit of money. All right. And to be fair, before Eddie Howe took over your club, you were in the relegation zone.
Steve Bruce.
So just allow it. Now, stop acting like you're high and mighty. You've done well to get to the Champions League. You obviously missed out on Europe this season. But be humble, please. Mark Gahey going to you is not an upward step. No, it's not. Because someone of his caliber will go to a Liverpool, an Arsenal, a City, a Spurs, a Chelsea, someone of that ilk. So remember who you are. You are Newcastle United, who can't seem to spend right because you got into PSL trouble. Tried to sign everyone under the sun, and did you get any of them? Lacroix?
Can't even get Alanga.
Well, he's red and blue. Even Forest rejected you for Alanga. So you know what? Keep your Miggy Almiron because you know what? Mark Gahey is red and blue. Hold.
And,
I wonder if Newcastle, you know, when they bid 65 million, because Palace always said they want the money up front, didn't they? And I wonder if they said, we'll give you 30 million now and 30 million in 2 years' time. That sort of rubbish, isn't it? Because they must be sailing close to PSR, mustn't they?
No, this is it. And I think this is a good point here, you know, because Mitchell is it Paul Mitchell? He ain't cutting it, it seems. He ain't cutting it. And don't forget, hold on, they also tried to sign Dougie too.
That's true, actually.
Don't go anywhere.
All right, let me make sure.
No.
Because obviously it's how it looks on the camera. It's that one. Right.
So there was that was one incident.
There's more.
That's I've got a few images here. Let's dissect them together, shall we?
I told us quality.
I like what Vibe said, but we can't put that one up. All All right, let's dissect the next one. Okay, let's go. Selhurst Park could be bombed, and Steve Parish could have his entire family kidnapped and tortured, and I wouldn't even blink. Enjoy mediocrity, Crystal Palace, because that's all you'll ever amount to. Not ashamed to say it, I'm completely rattled. Hold that. Also, we used to big up Ali for this song. Ali, jump in. Rich will send you the link. Jump in. We need you to reenact this song. Because I'm not doing it. You are.
I ain't singing.
Yeah, me neither.
No, you know what? Put the lyrics up. I'll do it. I'll do
Alright.
it. I'm sorry. I'm such a good mood. I hope I get the actual tune right, by the way. You to me are everything. So many Geordie bids in the bin. Margay. Margay. Get in. Oh, God.
I hope that one goes into the stadium as well. Big up yourself, Ali. That's a masterpiece right there. Yeah. No left wing back. Not the end of the world. Ume will be there. And yes. Moving on. Palace fans, when they're gonna have 3 available centre backs with Rob Holding starting, but Gay is cup tied for Newcastle. I seem to think that because Mark Gay is already on loan at Crystal Palace and he played in the game, he's cup tied for Crystal Palace, not for Newcastle. A little bit unfortunate for you, big man. I apologise. Moving on.
Yeah, Reece Nelson's going Fulham, it looks like.
Right. Fulham have done a madness. Let's say that. Fulham have done a madness this year.
Yeah, Ipswich have pulled out the door.
Contracts are a bit mad.
Just on Sky as well.
Crazy, but they cooked. They cooked. Next up. Palace's small club mentality, pushing the price up every time. Walk away and never deal with Parish ever again. I understand they need the money because their shared stadium is falling to bits. All right, Sports Director Arena. Sorry. I'm accepting though. If they smash us up this season, I'll accept they can clip this as much as they want. But I'm having my moment. I'm having my moment.
I don't care.
It's funny when they accuse us going into mediocrity where we've kept hold of a 70 million pound centre half, isn't it? That's not being mediocre, is it? That's standing by your guns, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Next up, there's quite a few. I must warn you. I like this one. I love how Crystal Palace are trying to look strong by stating Mark Gay is staying. No respect to our board for not getting ripped off and paying 75 million for a player who simply had a good Euros and played well at the back end of last season. Doesn't make you a generational talent. So let's dissect this one. Let's just zoom into this, okay? You are not entitled to this player. That's the first thing. Getting ripped off, no respect to your board. You do not have any right to think that's your player because he's under contract to Crystal Palace. Granted, if we sell him next year and he doesn't sign a new contract, we will sell him for less. That's a fact.
Sorry to cut you, JT. Guys, make sure you get straight onto Palace TV afterwards. There's already a clip with Eddie and Eze.
Okay, that's the first thing. Don't be entitled, please, because it just goes back in your face. I played well at the back end of last season. He played one game at the back end of last season, big man, and he played that in midfield.
That's true, actually, yeah. Last 10 games, you played one in midfield.
Yeah, so your facts are wrong. Doesn't make you a generational talent. I think he is a generational talent because he was doing what he did in the Euros for Crystal Palace ever since the day he signed. Are you guys in any disagreement to that?
Well, what that guy said earlier, they must see him as a talent, and otherwise they wouldn't have offered 65 plus 5, would they?
Exactly that.
So,
Exactly.
Newcastle fans are just hurt.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
They are hurt.
Anyway, moving on to the next one.
Oh. Marvellous.
This one made me laugh. Troy Deeney said he's got an insight into this one. Not sure if he knows Mark Gay personally, but he says he will move tomorrow.
Oh, well.
What,
Can I
move
also
into a
add to
new
that?
house in South London?
Clinton Morrison, shame on you. As
Oh.
a Palace man as well, he came and was like, oh yeah, Mark Gay, he'll be a Newcastle player. I'm sure of it. Shame on you.
Oh,
He
I
just-
did not know that.
Sorry, Rich. He's just been on Sky about 2 minutes ago, and he said Palace's best signing is not selling Mark. So he's a bit of a turncoat, isn't he?
Get out of here, man.
Well, I think, same thing here basically, but you can just see Troy Deeney's little mug there. Moving on. Gay was saying goodbye at Crystal Palace today when he was making his way around clapping the fans. Delusion? I think so. Oh, they are really grasping at every single straw possible.
To be
aren't
fair,
they?
if he was, we would never have played him against Norwich on Tuesday night if he was going.
Of course.
So
Okay. To the next one. Bobby Manzi. Glasner, I can confirm Mark Gay will stay. It was never in doubt, really. Congrats to the club and the owner. They never gave in. The replies to this from the Newcastle fans were crazy,
Oh, they were-
but I thought that you just have to say that because that is the quote of the day, really.
yeah.
Glasner's bigging up everyone, and everyone's just gassed that he's still at our club, really. And we've had a decent window. But we're not ending there, though. When Eddie Howe knocks, it's a different knock.
yeah, bugger off.
What's he knocking? I don't know. You tell me.
He knocked on the door, didn't he? Can we have Dougie? No. Can we have Mark? No.
Spam.
Can we have Alanga? No. Go on, bugger off.
Literally, I think the only thing you tried to knock off was the price. Cheap.
Exactly, yeah.
Next one.
There's so many.
Vic, you know what? Only hold me to the money. Your clubs are worlds apart. Don't think so. Next. Not a major step up. Who writes this bollocks? And then a Palace fan. When I ideally not sell to Newcastle, we'd be fantastic. The sensitive fan base would go into meltdown. And guys, I promise this is the second to last one.
This report, I've mentioned this so many times.
And Newcastle fans willingly refused to listen or to read or to digest this kind of information. So, last one, and I promise it's the last one. I will say, everyone that's watching, please turn down your volume because how this video got sent through to me, it deafened my ears and I was on the lowest sound setting. So please turn your volume down now when I play this video.
And I will take blame for that because I was given permission and I kind of downloaded it. It must have been bad loud. Sorry.
So yeah, I'm going to take off my headphones now. And Chairman, please take off your headphones. Enjoy this. Shout out O. He's in the chat.
He's in the chat.
He made this masterpiece and it's on
Shout
Twitter.
out Ollie. Shout him out.
That is quality. That is absolutely quality.
Oh man. Just quickly, Edmund Brack said that we turned down the chance to sign winger Carlos Forbes from Ajax. He's apparently now on his way to Wolves on loan. Just for a thought out there.
Okay, let's go through the last few comments. I was saying Broja is going to Everton. Cool. Tim saying JC casually trolling is a mood. Listen, just trolling anyone is hilarious. But especially what these Newcastle fans have been doing for the last few months, it makes it even better. We turned down an Ajax winger, Carlos Forbes. Big up, Sean. Ain't seen you around in a hot minute, big man. Came in at the right time. 100%. I'd suggest you go back and watch a little bit. Actually, no, I'd suggest go back 20 minutes and then you can watch the Newcastle roast. I love this one so much. Dini trolling was just so predictable. It's the rejecting knock. That's not. I'm the one who knocks. All right, Homelander. What? Huh? Rihanna just cringed at me. Not good. Big up Tom. Knock knock. Who's there, Eddie? Eddie who? Eddie how? Who? Crystal Palace turned down the chance to sign Carlos Forbes from Ajax. Edmund Brack. Guys, not really much else to say, really. Great window. Let's do a double, triple check to make sure that Chalabar or someone hasn't signed yet. So that there's just have a quick look through.
As of yet.
I can't see anything. Please bear with.
I think it'll go through now, won't it?
Yeah, nothing right now. But guys, is there anything else to say on this transfer window? Really,
it's nice that it's not like a really boring one where we know we're doing nothing. So,
well, the last few, we were literally talking about everyone other than Palace, and now we're talking about only Palace for an hour and a half, basically. So, guys, thank you very, very much, everyone, for watching. This has been a bit of a longer stream. It's definitely a lot later than we're normally used to going. But I want to say thank you very much for everyone watching the videos. Big up to Rich, Nikki, Nate, and Dan, all jumping in on the live streams when I was away, when I was feeling unwell, and also jumping in and helping out in videos, doing their own parts. Everyone got involved in the last one. Dan's been involved in a few. Rich's been involved in a few of the videos. So big up to them. Thank you, everyone, for watching Transfer Weekly. I really enjoy making these. And, guys, as always, we'll see you on Sunday for the vlog at the Palace. Eagles! Your defense is in trouble. And Ketias is a